Hey everybody, Matt, Nerd Knight's painting episode 4 of Stuffed Fables. Today we're going to be doing the Dark Hearts, the minions, and we're going to be turning this ugly piece of gray into this magical, pretty easy, pretty decent looking miniature. We're going to have to use an airbrush. Is this your first time coming to our channel? Hey, hit that subscribe button. You ain't got nothing to lose. Just a little button. Just press it. Just that little red one says subscribe. S-U-B. S-C-R-I-B-E. Just hit that. We're going to be using an airbrush, so grab your airbrush, and we are going to put some highlights using a brush, and we're going to try and do this as quickly as possible. We're going to be going off the card, and as you can see, it's kind of a hodgepodge of colors. We're not going to make it too bright. We're going to kind of keep it dark, but without further ado, all right, let's go. All right, first thing we're going to be doing is going to be using a little Naggaroth Night shade, or Night, yeah. After we prime in black, I didn't show it on camera because just prime it in black. You spray paint, use the airbrush. If you're already using this, do whatever you want to do. Go ahead and take that airbrush and go ahead and spray around everything with the emphasis on the head. Now we're going to get some, if you want to do an undercoat of all purple, that's cool too. It gives it kind of like a nice, obviously purple color. Hit the top part, the shoulders and whatnot, so don't be afraid. You don't have to worry about getting it everywhere. We're going to be mixing 50-50 of Genestealer Purple and Naggaroth Night. We're going to be kind of doing some Zenithal highlighting with the top portion of the model. So we're going to be spraying it from the top part, hitting the top of the head, the shoulders, and a lot of around the eyes, and mostly just the head. This is going to kind of give us a different type of tone, a little bit of lighter purple that kind of matches. For the body, we're going to work with a little bit of Caliban Green. If you've watched my videos, you know that I have the hardest time pronouncing any of these paints for some reason. I just have the hardest time. We're going to be spraying the body down with it, and don't be afraid to get it everywhere. It's no big deal. Because we're kind of doing like blending with our airbrush as far as colors go, so hit that entire body. We're going to be lighting up that green with a little bit of Kabalite Green. Whatever's posted on the picture. Guys, I give up. We're going to be lighting up the green on the body, and we're going to be doing the ears to the left and the right. Floppy ears, I guess you can kind of see what they are. I don't know exactly. So we're going to be hitting those. Go around. When you're using your airbrush, don't go all crazy. Don't just let it loose. Nice, easy strokes on it. Make sure you're constantly moving your airbrush, and make sure that we are not going full bore on the airbrush, just a little bit back. We're going to be lighting up the extremities of our model by using a little bit of Warboss Green. We're hitting the legs and we're going to blend this in, so kind of work your way around it, and it's going to kind of blend in with the shoulder green as we're working in the legs and the lower portion, front and back. Just keep cruising around and hit that lower extremity. To lighten it up even further, we're going to be using a little Skarsnik Green, and we're going to be doing this in a smaller portion. So we're going to be doing the mostly, if you're looking at the model, the bottom right hand portion to include the leg. Just hit a little bit more or less surface areas you did with the last color, and just go real light on it and just work up your tones, your highlights. For that back alfalfa looking portion, if you don't know who alfalfa is, go ahead and Google that. That means I just showed my age, that I'm not as young as I used to be. Even though I'm not old, I'm still, yeah. So you hit that back alfalfa hair, and while you're here, if you're watching this and you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Come on, make this channel great again. Never was great, but you know. And while you're thinking about subscribing to the channel, I want to thank today's sponsor. Absolutely nobody, but maybe one day. Maybe one day. Alright, moved on to the brush phase of all this. We're going to be using a little bit of Kabalite Green on the eye of our miniature. We're going to highlight that with a little Warpstone Glow. Just hit the outer edges of it and the middle portion, so keep the inner flat area the same color. The stuffing we're going to be hitting with a little bit of white. You can use Corax white from Citadel, or just use whatever white. I just white. That's all I use. After that's dry, hit that with a little bit of Nulin Oil, and then we're going to go back after that's dry to freshen up the whiteness of the stuffing. All the lines on the miniature that are connecting the stitching, go ahead and trace those around with a little bit of Coelia Greenshade. The mouth stitchings, we're going to be using a little Xereus Purple. And just to hit those mouth stitchings, keep it dark in the recesses and in the back. That's it. The stitches, we're just going to be using a little Caliban Green again, and we're just going to be going over all the stitches. So you have the ones in the front, the back, the ones that connect to the head, and the ones that connect to the ears. While you're doing that, I just want to tell you you're doing a great job. And I appreciate you following along and doing this and taking time to watch my video and using it to paint your miniatures. It means a lot to me. That's why I do these. For the left arm, as you can see, there's indentations that separate the stuffing and mixed with the art on the card. We're going to be using a little Warboss Green to change up the colors on those two. Hit the raised areas of the stuffing, so you're going to keep some of that darkness in there and kind of give a little bit of contrast, black and white, and that's going to be it. We got one step left, and that's all we got. Hit that base with some black because it's scary, spooky, you know, stuff Fables, and that's it. We're done. And just like that, you got decent looking miniatures you can put on. I'm assuming you're gonna play with your kids, your friends, I don't know, somebody, and they're gonna say, "Well, wow, these look great." You say, "I know. I watched Nerd Knight's painting. It's mediocre at best, and look how good I did. Yay! All right." Hey, I just want to say thank you for stopping by and watching the video. I can't thank you guys enough. Every subscriber we get and every video we get watched is one step closer to upgrading the camera, everything we got going here on Nerd Nights. So spread the word. If you send it to your friends, say, "Hey, subscribe to this channel, watch it." He's funny sometimes. He says some dumb stuff, but his painting's mediocre at best. But he seems pretty cool. He seems like a cool guy. Well, thanks for stopping by, and paint on.